All right, welcome everyone to this Intro to Advocare webinar. We're excited that you're here. I'm Matt Hickey, this is
Abdul Avermela.
And we're here in, well, the sun has gone down a little bit, but
Yes.
I like to say sunny Florida. Just came down from Ohio, so I'm excited to be here with Abdul tonight and really excited just to share, who Advocare is, what we do, and what's possible for you. And let's just talk about that real quick. What is Advocare and what do we do? Well, the great thing is we help people in two key areas in their lives. One is through health. Whether you're looking for weight loss, energy, sports performance, or just general wellness, we have a solution for you. Now, there's also the opportunity side of Advocare where you can earn some extra income. You may be on here just thinking, you know what, I came here for products. I don't really care about the business side of it. I'm not interested in that, but let me just share this with you. I really wasn't into that either. I was really into the product side. If I can make some money, fine, whatever. But with Advocare, you do have a great opportunity to earn some extra income. And while you're doing that, you're helping people improve their health and their lives through these products. So let's get started with a little bit more of who Advocare is and what's possible for you.
Is that going?
It should be. Okay. That's good.
Well, there are 4 ways to get engaged with Advocare, and you could choose and decide which way is more suitable for you. The first one is retail customer, basically buying the product as a retail customer, and this way you pay the full price for the product, no discount. The second way of getting involved with Advocare is being a wholesale member, getting a wholesale membership and discount, and that could range anywhere from 20 to 30%. And the way to do that is you pay $79 one-time fee, and for that $79 you receive a discount of 20% that you can work all the way up to 40%. You receive $59 worth of products, Spark and Slam. In addition to that, you receive your own website instantly established where you can actually go and shop, and the 20% discount applies right away. And it depends on your level of order, how much you order is that discount goes past the 20 or not. The third one is the distributor at anywhere from 20 to 40%. Basically, that's a hobbyist level like myself. When I got engaged with Advocare, I went to 40% because I wanted the product the least expensive way I can get it and most cost-effective way. So I went to 40%. In that way, I was basically sharing the product occasionally with a friend or two. I wasn't really trying to share the product much. I was just enjoying using the product. The fourth way is a 40% discount, which is the same as number 3. The difference is between number 3 and number 4 is the business builder mindset. Okay, now you're at 40% discount, and you actually could use Advocare as a way to earn extra income on the side by sharing the solution that Advocare offers with the people and family and friends that you come across. And the next one here is, Matt?
Yeah, the sign. So this is something that really got my attention. Because I had used products for well over 20 years when Advocare was introduced to me. And so I said, okay, well, what makes Advocare truly different than everything else out there? And this was one of the ways, is the science behind these products, the people who formulate them. So our founder, Charlie Regis, he was not a doctor, he was not a scientist, he wasn't formulating these products in his garage, packing them into pills and bottles and just shipping them out. He said, I need to get together the world's finest doctors to formulate this. And that's who we truly have. So you can see a lot of the doctors on the screen there. I'm not going to go over each and every one of them, but a couple names just kind of stand out to me. Dr. Stanley Dudrick. You may not know his name, but you definitely know what he's known for. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, he pioneered TPN, which is the nutrition that goes into the IV. So he has surrounded his whole life behind helping improve people's lives through nutrition. And now Advocare allows him to be on the preventive side instead of always being on the reactive side. And all these doctors will say the same thing. Now, Dr. Carl Keene over there, he's actually a professor at one of the top nutrition schools in the world, UC California, Davis. He's also one of the top researchers on nutrition and toxicology in the world. So this is somebody who's formulating our products. And then you have Gail Cresci at the bottom there. You may have heard of Cleveland Clinic. Well, that's where she's at. She's a registered dietitian. And so all their knowledge goes into our products to ensure that not only that they get results, but that they're safe and they're based on the latest products or latest science, and that meant a lot to me. And along with that, we have informed choice.
Well, the informed choice is the type of testing that Advocare does on its product to ensure that it's free of any banned substances or any impurities. Okay, this is a voluntary testing that is not required to be done. Advocare goes above and beyond anything that is required by conducting informed choice testing. Now, with the informed choice testing, we test for over 208 banned substances or impurities to ensure that our product is free of any of this, which in this case, when you get the product, you know it's safe and you know it's not going to test positive for any material that could be banned or something that could be harmful. And with this testing, it's an expensive testing. A lot of companies in the industries, they don't choose to do it because it is an expensive one. And we have decided in Advocare to do this to just ensure that our product is very, very safe. You know, with that in mind, this brings athletes like the following on board with Advocare, okay? Because if our product is free of banned substances and it's safe, guys like Drew Brees, you know, national spokesman for Advocare. Drew Brees has been with Advocare for a long, long time. Is a very respectful NFL quarterback and is involved with Advocare. He's now the national spokesman. And along with Drew Brees are hundreds of other endorsers. And Drew Brees is the only paid endorser where he's now the national spokesman. With the other athletes, they're non-paid endorsers. What does that say? It says that these guys can afford to take anything they want and they choose Advocare. They choose Advocare because of effectiveness and because of its safety and reliability, and that they don't have to worry about their careers being jeopardized as they test positive for any impurity or any banned substance if they use anything beside Advocare. Okay, and in this picture here, you'll see Jason Witten with the Dallas Cowboys, Rich Froning, four-time world champion in CrossFit, Advocare pretty much in every NFL locker room. College football, CrossFit. It's the major league sponsor for soccer now. And, well, you'll see the Advocare car also in NASCAR. What does that do? This is brand recognition for anybody that's involved with Advocare, okay? And when you look at Advocare and where it stands in the field of sports, in everything, in every avenue in life, you know for a fact that, you know what, if I trust my kids to take it, I trust myself to take it, my family members to take it. These guys trust their careers as well, and that speaks highly for the reputation that we have.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I always said, if it's good enough for Jason Witten, if it's good enough for Drew Brees and Rich Froning, heck, I'm never going to be at that level, but if it's good enough for them, it's definitely good enough for me.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things I looked at, Matt, when I actually joined Advocare, when I saw Drew Brees, and I've always loved, you know, watching him play, so that was kind of more of me to be trusting into a company that I was new to, and I'm glad that I made that decision.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the other thing that was really cool about Advocare is, you know, you probably heard of the 24-day challenge. That's what we're going to cover tonight. But the reality is we have over 70 different products. You know, everything from general wellness up to performance. So, again, regardless of what your goals are, we have a solution for you, but the 24-day challenge is the best place for you to start. And that's why we're going to go over that tonight. But before we get into that, let's share some stories.
Well, in this picture, guys, you see here my wife, Tony, and her before and after pictures. And you can see the ones on the left were the one on top versus she looks so happy and thrilled to be in that picture. And, of course, doing the 24-day challenge and staying with the product, you look to the right and you see the picture with her smiling and showing her guns, you know, that flexing. And the picture below, you also see her back shot and versus the back shot in this. Now, you know, with Tony, somebody who's not used to working out in the gym and everything before Advocare, what the challenge has done for her is gave her so much more energy that she felt like, you know what, I can go to the gym, I can do this and work out because I have so much more energy. So in this case, this is a prime example of the product works, you know, and this is firsthand from our home, you know, my own wife, plus my story with Advocare is just more of a, you know, added testimony of what the product has done in our life. The next one here is Shauna Streeter. Shauna is the first person that I shared Advocare with, and she's a school teacher. She teaches 4-year-olds all day long, and you can see in her picture up on top on the left, she's very happy in her classroom. And what Shauna did is 24 days, she lost 20.8 pounds, 14.5 inches. The picture from up on top to the bottom, this is exactly 24 days. I mean, she followed the program to the T. I recall every day we're us talking, and she's having great results, being excited and fired up because of the energy level. And you can see the pictures also on the right-hand side, the top and the bottom, the before and after. So yeah, another testimony of what the product can do for you with the 24-day challenge. And this one.
Yeah, so Gary is a buddy of mine from Toledo, and he was very skeptical about the 24-day challenge. It actually took him quite a while to jump on. But when he did, he was committed. And in those 24 days, he actually lost 24 pounds. He's gone on now to lose over 70. But more than that, one of the things that really thrills him is he's noticing his kids are making better choices with the foods that they're eating. And their activity levels too, they're all now running. And you know, Gary running a 5K, he hasn't done that in quite some time. So now they're all out there together, running races and just living a much better life. Mary in the middle there. So Mary actually came to us. She had already lost a pretty significant amount of weight before being introduced to the 24-day challenge. But like most people, she hit a plateau. You know, and she tried everything to get past that, and she just couldn't. So we recommended jumping on the challenge. And she did. And she lost about 14 pounds during her first 24-day challenge. And she's gone on to lose a lot more since then. I think the number's around 50 or so at this point. But she's also now helping others improve their lives, you know, from everything that she learned through the challenge. And then our friend Sarah there on the right-hand side. So Sarah actually responded to a Facebook post that my wife had put up about the challenge and said, hey, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Something has to change. So she jumped on the challenge, lost 18 pounds just on the first month, and then has gone on now to lose over 135 pounds. And more than that, she has a whole new lease on life. She's doing CrossFit workouts. She quit her job and is now working at it's called 9 Rounds, which is a boxing gym. So it's pretty sweet. She's pursuing a passion of hers, and she's competed in 2 Tough Mudders, which I haven't even done. It's an 11-mile mud obstacle course.
Wow.
I don't think I have any interest in that.
No, I'm not.
But just imagine, she couldn't have done that 2 years ago to where she is now. So just great results on the product, and this is what's possible if you're looking to change your life. And before we actually get into the challenge, one thing I want to just let you guys know is that the 24-day challenge is a wellness program. So while we just shared a lot of weight loss stories, you know, it's going to help you improve your overall wellness. So I know for me, when I did the 24-day challenge, I was a trainer. I ate healthy, I exercised consistently, I tried to keep my body fat pretty low, so I didn't have weight to lose. But I'll tell you what, day 1, I already started having more energy. And by day 24, I was down 3% body fat, gained almost 2 pounds of muscle, and I just felt amazing. And that's why I really felt like we had to start sharing these products.
You know, and with the 24-day challenge, the program, you follow a pretty disciplined plan in terms of you will know exactly what to do and when to do it, okay? This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. It helps you kind of change your lifestyle. You're going to eat real food. There's a lot of good nutrients that's going to be put in your body. Along with that, there's the product that comes with the challenge. Okay, so you're going to be eating the greens, the meats, the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts and seeds. You know, all these things are something that's going to be a daily staple in your eating plan. Okay, along with that is the product. The herbal cleanse consists of 3 different ingredients inside that box. There's fiber to regulate your digestion. There's probiotic, which is the healthy bacteria that we have in our intestine. And then there's also the herbal cleansing tablets that you take at bedtime to kind of work while you're sleeping. You know, along with that, you take Spark. Spark is the energy drink. And when we talk about energy, it's not like your typical energy that you get when you drink an energy drink. This does not make you feel jittery. This does not rush your heart or anything. It's actually a mental focus. It sharpens your focus and gives you clarity. It's a sugar-free drink. I love Spark. It took me away from all the coffee that I was drinking before Advocare and the sodas, in fact. So you drink Spark to have a consistent, you know, good source of feel-good energy, and you take your Omegaplex. Omegaplex is the fish oil. This is the good fat that we put in your body for your body to function well, and it's an anti-inflammatory as well. So these 3 ingredients, along with the eating plan that you're going to be eating, with the meals and snack, and drinking plenty of water, is going to do the work what it needs to be done inside your body for your internal organs. This is where your energy becomes so much more than what you're used to, and you feel good. A lot of people tell me, I feel so much younger. I feel I'm full of energy. Now, we finish the 10-day part. We go into the next 14 days. The next 14 days is very simple. You continue with SPART, meal replacement shake to replace a meal. If you cannot get a healthy meal or you're on the go, or sometimes people cannot get a healthy breakfast, they go to the meal replacement shake. It's a balanced meal, 24 carbs, 24 protein. Okay, tastes delicious, many flavors in there. My favorite is chocolate mocha. The M&S Max is basically vitamins and minerals, over 71 vitamins and minerals in that box. Okay, metabolic nutrition system. This is your core nutrients that you need, the vitamins and minerals that you need for your body. So I always tell people, if you're taking anything over the counter, stop that. You no longer need it. M&S Max basically addresses everything that you need and keeps your weight going if you still need to lose more weight. And it also controls from you having to go in the yo-yo kind of weight gain and weight loss and all that. It keeps you stable, in a stable condition and continuing progress. Average weight loss, really depends on the person. Any person, could be at a different weight loss than other. I would say safe to say 5 to 10 pounds in 24 days. Several inches lost. Some people lose more. And in my case, I lost 25 pounds in 24 days. I had a lot of weight to lose. I thought I was doing good until I did the challenge.
I didn't realize really what kind of situation.
Exactly. I didn't realize really where I was. So,
Now, with that, there are a couple optional products. We call them add-ons. And these add-ons we do recommend because they're going to help accelerate your results. 24 challenge is great. But there's a product called Catalyst, and Catalysts are branched chain amino acids. And really, what the branched chain amino acids do is they put a protective coat over your muscle so that your body goes directly to the fat, so you actually end up burning more fat instead of muscle. Because we all want that nice toned, kind of lean look, right? We don't want to just look flabby, just like we lost a bunch of weight and we're, arms are flapping in the wind. We want to look strong, and Catalyst is going to help you do that. Now, on top of that, there is a product called Thermo Plus. If you need a little bit more energy or a little more appetite control, Thermo Plus is a great product to add on. And then, let's be realistic. We live 80-20. 80% of the time, we stick to the plan. 20% of the time, I like brownies. I'm going to have a brownie now and then.
Absolutely.
I may have one this week while I'm here in Florida.
We got plenty of them.
We have a little more than that.
Yep.
But I'm going to take my Carbies. Okay, Carbies actually helps to block the digestion of some of the carbs and the fat in your diet. And it also helps to aid in the digestion of those carbohydrates. So you have a nice slow rise in blood sugar levels instead of these spikes, which could end up turning into storing more fat. So Carbies, Thermo Plus, and Catalyst are great products to add into your 24-day challenge.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, then that takes us to the Elite Performance line. And when we talk about Elite Performance line, this is one thing I always tell people. This is not just for the Elite Performance. This is for anybody in the family that could use this. Okay. I love nighttime recovery. A lot of the friends that I have, they're not necessarily Elite Performance, athletes, but they take nighttime recovery because of the anti-inflammatories that's in it that helps you recover, from a workout, aches and pains. It's a great thing to have. Muscle gain, the protein. So anything that you see in the dark label right here and the black label is our Elite Performance line, and it is the best of the best. I personally take this stuff, and I'm just, I was so impressed when I first started taking this stuff of how good I performed in the gym when I was working out. It's like it almost took my workout to a different level. So these things that we have, and the pros use this stuff. So when you look at the pro athletes and what they do every day, this is what they rely on. Okay, and so when you talk about Advocare, it's not just a company that is, handling weight loss. This is everything. Everything that's to do with your body and your performance. And with this, it takes us to the next slide, man.
Well, actually, before you do that, one thing that I like to share, since I was traveling today, Pro 20s. So you see that on the left-hand side. What's nice about that is a 3-ounce shot of 20 grams of protein. So it's pre-made. All you have to do is twist the top, drink it back. What's nice about that is it's 3 ounces. I can get it through customs or through TSA. So
Absolutely.
I can take as many as I need on the flight, and I have some protein that's good for me. I don't have to mix it with anything. It's just ready to go. So I absolutely love it.
I use Pro 20 a lot as well too. This is great stuff. The next one here, Matt.
There you go.
Your slide.
So that's my beautiful wife, and that's me on the right. But no, here now. So
He's
Tanya, Tanya, when we met, she was actually a fast food junkie. She would hide things from me. I didn't even know this until later on when we got married. But she was actually what we consider skinny fat. When we first met, she was a client of mine, and she was right about 30% of body fat. That would consider her obese. Okay, so she just always lived a lifestyle where she thrived on fast food, didn't know any better. So we got her on the challenge, and weight-wise, she didn't lose any weight. She didn't have weight to lose, but she dropped 5% body fat. But what that did for her, it changed her mindset. She was feeling better. She noticed a difference in the way that she not only felt, but looked as well. And so she continued on product. So that 14-day portion of the 24-day challenge, we call that the life phase. That's your base. And then she started adding the performance products. And now she's taken it to a level where she's competing in bodybuilding shows. And she has done very well. She actually has a show on May 9th. So just amazing what you can do when you put the right things in your body. And by the way, all the shows that she does are drug tested. And so she knows she has a competitive edge with the Advocare products, but she knows that they're safe and she's not going to be tested positive for any banned substance. And that's kind of where Matt was. Matt is a professional bodybuilder at the master's level. And so that's over 45. So for you guys over 45 years of age, it's never too late. But he was stuck at 8% body fat. Couldn't get below 8%. And when you're in that level, you have to get lower than 8. So he jumped on just the cleanse to begin with. And he dropped 3% body fat. And now he is a lifetime user of the Advocare products. And he's incorporated many of those performance products that you just saw.
Awesome. Awesome. Great results. The product works for anybody and everybody,
Yeah, and that kind of leads us to, the next segment of what Advocare is. And it's that opportunity side, the side to earn income, because we have great products. We have great products based on science that get results. And we're living proof of that. The stories you just saw, living proof of that, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of more. So here's what happens. You use products, you get great results. What happens? You tell your buddies, right? Well, just like any movie that you enjoy, the nice thing is, though, with Advocare, you can actually earn income from it. So that's what we're going to go into. But before we do that, let's kind of just share, how we got started. Obviously, it was on product.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
For my wife and I was a small business owner, trainer. I was working from 5:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night most days. And when I got home, I just wanted to sit on the couch, watch TV, eat dinner, and then go to bed because I had to wake up in the morning and repeat that all over. Well, for any of you who know my wife, okay, that wasn't just going to happen. I couldn't just shut down. She wanted to talk to me about her day. She wanted to talk to me about mine. And the reality is I gave everything I had to my clients, to my staff, and to our customers. And I had nothing left by the time I got home. So there was a point in our relationship where we actually split up. And it wasn't because we didn't love each other. It was just because I didn't have the time for her. And she didn't feel like she was a part of our relationship, let alone, our business. So we split up. But being the entrepreneur I am, I decided, hey, I'm going to open up another location because that's going to give me more time, right? No.
No, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way. But Tanya and I were still in contact. So I asked her if she wouldn't mind coming to work for me at the front desk because she is great with people. And she decided to go ahead and do that. And of course, in the back of my mind, I was like, well, maybe it'll spark things back up and we'll get back together. And we did. About a month later, that's when Advocare was introduced to us. And, what was shown to me was an opportunity to be able to continue to help people improve their lives through wellness and through these nutritional products, but to earn some extra income so I didn't have to always be working as much. I didn't have to train as many clients. I could step away from that role. So we decided to go all in, and our first month we made a little over $800. Each month thereafter, our income steadily grew. to the point where last month we earned a little over 12,000. Now, what that's done for us is so many things. First of all, I can tell you 100%, Tanya and I would not be together today if it wasn't for Advocare. And I can say that with the utmost honesty, because the reality is nothing was changing. I was only going to be working more hours, and it was going to continue to strain our relationship, and we'd have just gone through the same cycle. So that extra income gave us the freedom to be able to step away from that business, which we actually sold a year ago next month,
Wow.
which is absolutely amazing. And it's allowed us to do so many things. And in fact, that's why I'm here. I'm here in Florida because we're looking at places to move. So tomorrow I have a meeting with a realtor to go do that. And that's what Advocare provides. It provides options. So maybe, finances aren't the issue for you. Maybe it's just time debt. That's what it was for us. And now we have as much time as we need to do the things that we want. So that's where we were, and that's what it's done for us.
Matt, it's a very interesting story that you have with Advocare, because ours is not far from yours, actually. When I was introduced to Advocare, it was through my wife, Tony, and at the time, I was working 7 days a week. I mean, I'm a law enforcement officer. I worked in law enforcement as an officer for so many years, and I was always working, and I also owned a business on the side because I wanted that extra income. What I didn't realize is that was creating such time debt in my life, where I was never home with the kids or my wife, and I was always working, and I was trapped, and the reason I was in that position is because we needed the finances. In order for me to get the finances, the money to be able to live the life that we were living, I had to work nonstop. Okay, so when I was introduced to Advocare, and I was at a point in my life where I needed to have better health. I was on blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, and I just needed to feel better and needed to get off medication. I jumped on the challenge just for my own pure health. I just wanted to get healthy. What I didn't realize is, as I got the results, when my friends saw me, and Shauna was the first person that saw me and talked to me about losing weight herself, because she wanted to get healthy. She had great results, and she shared them with her friends and she's a school teacher with the teacher she worked with. And I saw the first paycheck in the mail come in, and I really didn't think anything of it. But when the income began to get to $400 or $500 a month, the light bulb went off. It's like, wait a minute, I can get a little bit more, and I can have more time at home, is not work on a Sunday or not work on a Saturday, and can be home with my kids. And that's how I pursued Advocare. I just needed to get myself away from that time debt. And I became very intentional in helping people and helping family and friends. And within the first year, I was able to earn full-time income doing Advocare very part-time. And 3.5 years into it now, I no longer have to work. I no longer have to be at the business anymore, or be anything than just a stay-at-home dad, and enjoy the time I spend with my kids and my son, who's in high school right now. 2 daughters in college. But without Advocare, we wouldn't be where we are today. So whatever situation, I would tell the person that's listening tonight, wherever you are in life, whether it's financial debt or time debt, we are two lives testimonies that, what happened in our lives that could easily be something that you can duplicate for you and your family, and do the same thing where you can find yourself in that freedom. Okay. And here's one of the things, the product worked for us, but the company is such a great company that it did the work for us in putting this out to the market. So the channels that you see on TV, this is where you see the name Advocare and the commercials on all these channels on cable TV. So anymore, if I'm walking around with an Advocare t-shirt, people stop me and ask me, are you involved in Advocare? I have some question, or I want some product. This is done for us in softening the market and getting the name brand to be known. So it's not something my fear was, I'm a law enforcement officer. I'm not going to go and be selling anything. Well, I don't. On the testimony, people see me and they ask me what I was doing or what I'm doing. And I basically share my story, my personal story. And that's how we do this. So this is something that you can see on TV. And with this, Matt?
Yeah, so this really got me when we started, because, owning the business, and Abdul can agree, the overhead is stressful.
Yes.
There's so many responsibilities when you own your own business. You have to make sure that everything is protected and everything is taken care of, specific times, of the week, of the month, of the day, of the hour. mean, it's so specific, and you are the sole provider of that business. So you're taking care of your employees, you're taking care of the equipment. Anything that goes wrong, it's on you. Well, with Advocare, the great thing is they've done all the work for us. So it makes our job easy. We take the products, okay? We are products of the products. I take them every single day. We talk to people, just like we're talking to you right now, and we coach those who say yes. Whether you say yes to the products or you say yes to the products and the opportunity, we're gonna help you. You know, we're your coaches in this. So that allows us to make our job fun. And that's why we love to do this and why it was so easy to sell the business, because I don't have to worry about packaging and shipping. Somebody orders product from me, Advocare delivers it. Okay, they take care of the customer service, which customer service is hands down the best customer service department I have ever had to deal with. You get a live person,
Absolutely.
and they take care of you. All the website, e-commerce, the relationships with the SciMed board, doctors, honestly, if I had to take care of that relationship, they probably would have left already. So, you know, allow Advocare to do that. Make your job fun, because this truly is a business that is meant to be built plan B. This is your discretionary time. You know, we say if you want to make an extra $1,000 or so a month, 3 to 5 hours a week of intentional work. That means talking to people, following up with those who may be on a challenge. It's not sitting at home thinking about Advocare. It's actually doing some work. Yeah, but 3 to 5 hours a week to earn an extra $1,000 a month, $12,000 in a year. I mean,
Wow.
that's a pretty nice raise.
It is a pretty nice raise. Yes, absolutely. You know, and when we talk about do you have a plan, I guess, you know, we all live in different circumstances, and, you know, some of us feel trapped, some of us are just looking for the next opportunity. And whatever your situation is today, I guess the questions that you ask yourself is, what is your 2015 is going to look like? Okay. And you know what 2014 is like. What does your 2015 look like? If you're in a situation today, you're looking for a way to help your family, you're looking for that extra income, or you're looking for a break in life, okay? Ask yourself the question, okay? Do you love your job? I was one of those people that loved my job. Do I get paid what I'm worth? No, I wasn't getting paid what I'm worth. And did I see myself doing it for the rest of my life? No, I didn't. You know, I knew then that I had to have a plan B, because I didn't want an emergency to become my reality in life. You know, so I had to actually look for something that I can support my family on the side, and when I found this opportunity. And the thing is, when I worked my job, I worked for 2 weeks, they paid me for that 2 weeks. I never got paid again for the work that I've done after I was paid for it once. With Advocare, I helped somebody get healthy, and here's what happened. It started with me, I got healthy, and then I helped the next person get healthy. Well, I did that once, but now every time this person gets online to order their product to continue their health journey, and any of their friends, I get paid over and over and over. And this is what I love about the residual income, is I can go anywhere and have that income, and it doesn't stop. And I don't have to be in an office to do it. So as you look in the opportunity today and you see Advocare in front of you, if it's not Advocare, then what is it? Ask yourself that. You know, you have an opportunity in between your hands that you take your health to the next level and help a few people around you. You know, it can't get any better than that, because you know what? This is an opportunity of a lifetime that changed our life. So with that being said.
Yeah, so, you know, really what it comes down to is decisions. You know, you need to decide, what is it that you want? Is it just a, you know, use product as a retail customer? It's great. You know, get with the person who invited you to this webinar and let them know where you want to start. And you can get it directly from them. Now, this is a lifestyle. This isn't a, you know, a sprint or anything. This is a marathon. So I personally recommend joining Advocare for that discount that Abdul talked about earlier. You know, $79, you get $60 in product. You get anywhere from a 20 to a 30% discount. No monthly minimum, no auto ship features. And, you know, the reality is you're going to feel pretty good on this stuff. You're going to get great results. People are going to be asking you. So you at least open up the opportunity for you to earn some extra income by doing that. You know, but if you see that, you know, people around you can really benefit from these products, then start thinking about, well, maybe I'll become that 3, you know, just hobby distributor. sharing it with a couple friends and family. And you never know, it could lead to a business builder, that fourth relationship. And I promise you this, our income is just a reflection for how many people we help. If we're not helping anyone, we don't earn. Okay, so you can feel good about doing this as a business because that's how we get paid. We get paid by helping people, not just signing people up. Okay, and of course, there's the fifth relationship. You may choose to do nothing, but if you stayed on this webinar this long, hopefully something that we said kind of tugged at your heart. You know, I know for me, those three questions that Abdul just said, you know, do you love what you do? Do you get paid what you're worth? And do you see yourself doing it the rest of your life? You know, I said yes to the first one, but like Abdul, I said no to the last two.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if it wasn't Advocare, what else was it going to be? I'm so glad Advocare was introduced to me.
Absolutely. Me too. Me too. So tonight we leave you guys with this. Get with the person that invited you to be on this webinar. Talk to them and look at your situation and what solution you're looking for, and let them help you. And if we've invited you personally on this, please get a hold of us and let us take it to the next level and help you with this. Thank you guys and have a wonderful evening.
Yep. Good night.
Bye-bye.